my name is Swapna Singh, and today we are going to discuss about the manufacturing of compressed tablet. So, first of all, we start the manufacturing of compressed tablet. The first step is preparation of granules for compression. So, there are three methods are included for preparation of granules for compression. First one is wet granulation method, second is dry granulation method, and third one is direct compression method. So first one is wet granulation method. It is the most widely employed method for the production of compressed tablet. Uh, Whenever we perform the compression, so wet granulation method, it is widely employed. It is the most used method for production of compressed tablet. And the following steps are required for wet granulation. First one is weighing and blending the ingredients. Second is preparing a dampened powder or damp mass into pellets or granules, drying the granulation, sizing the granulation by dry screening, adding lubricants and blending, forming tablets by compression. So first step, all the ingredient we are used for the compression, we are used for preparation of granules. So all the ingredients should be weighed properly and then blend. After blending, we prepare a damp mass or form a pellets or form a granules. After formation of granules, they need to dry all the granules for dry all the granules and sizing the granules by dry screening. The screening should be done under the different mesh size screening. It's depend on the tablet properties. After screening, add lubricants and blenders are added on the on the particular granules, and then forming tablets by compression. Next is advantages. Advantages, first one is it reduces the segregation of formulation components during storage or processing. Second, it is useful technique for the manufacture of tablets containing low or high concentration of therapeutic agents. And last is employs conventional excipients, and therefore it is not dependent on the inclusion of special grades of excipients. After this much advantages, there are some disadvantages also of wet granulation process, because this process often several processing steps are required. Solvent are used in the process that leads to number of concern. The solvent we are using in the wet granulation process, they are different property. They must be non-toxic, they must be inert, and they must be chemically compatible with all the ingredients. Next, drug degradation may occur in the presence of the solvent. The drug may be soluble in the granule fluid. Heat is required to remove the solvent. So these are the disadvantages of wet granulation method. Next is dry granulation. So dry granulation method, the powder mixture is compacted in large pieces and subsequently broken down or seized into granules. So first of all, we mix all the powder ingredients and directly compacted in large pieces, or then broken down or sized into granules. Okay, for this method, either the active ingredients or the diluent must have cohesive properties. Dry granulation is especially applicable to material that cannot be prepared by wet granulation. Mostly dry granulation methods are used when wet granulation methods are not compatible or which is not possible, because sometimes the drugs which are some drugs have high moisture content, some drugs are hygroscopic nature. So this type of drugs we cannot compressed or by the wet granulation. So, primary goals of tablet manufacturing process. First is to formulate the tablets that are strong and hard to withstand mechanical shock and counter during the manufacturing, packing, shipping, dispensing and use. That means for the tablets we formulate, they should have enough strong and have hard to withstand with the mechanical shock during the manufacturing of tablet, during the packing, during the shipping or during the dispensing of the tablets. Next, it will formulate tablets that are uniform in weight and in drug content. These are the the uniform weight, drug content, uniformation. These are the point of quality control of tablet processing. So the tablet we formulate that should have uniform in weight and that should contain uniform drug content. Next, to formulate tablets that are bioavailable according to indication requirement. To formulate tablets that are chemically and physically stable over a long period of time. The tablet we formulate that should have chemically stable, that should have physically stable for long time period. Next, to formulate tablets that have elegant in nature, that have elegant product identity, which is free from all tablet defects. There are some personnel which are required during the manufacture of pharmaceutical tablets. First one is production pharmacist, that is production supervisors. Next is manufacturing chemist, analytical chemist, quality assurance manager, machine operator and mechanics. So these all are the personnel which are required during the manufacturing of pharmaceutical tablets. Next is common equipments used in the pharmaceutical tablets manufacturing include. First one is size reduction equipment. The first step during the preparation of pharmaceutical tablet, we need to reduce size of all ingredients we are required for compression of the tablet. So there are different size reduction equipments are available like hammer mill, roller mill, fluidized energy mill, cutter mill and ball mill. These all are the equipments of size reduction which are used to reduce the size of that particular that particular material. Next is weighing balance. Weighing balance, it is used for weighing all the ingredients before the compression or before mixing. So examples are there are different type of weighing balance for weights in kg, that is bulk weighing balance, electronic weighing balance. Electronic weighing balance are available weights in grams and milligrams also. Next is mixing equipments. After weighing all the ingredients, next step is mixing all the ingredients. So mixing equipments are available for mixing all the ingredients properly. So first one is examples are pneumatic mixer, diffusion tumbling mixture. Example of tumbling mixture, that is V blender. This is the diagram is of a V blender, cubic mixture, double cone blender, the drum blender. Next is granulator. After the mixing, they need to formulate the granules. So granulators are available for that step. So there are different type of granulator. First one is rotating shape granulator, dry granulator and high shear granulator. And this is the diagram of dry granulator. Next is drying equipment. After the granulation, we need to dry all the granules the granules are properly drying before the compression. So first one is spray dryer, rotary dryer, fluidized bed dryer. Next is tableting machine. Tableting machine, there are two type of tableting: punching machine. After the drying of granules, that particular material is placed on dies, or that after the tableting machine it is punched into form of compressed tablet. So there are two type of punch tablet press. First one is single punch tablet press and second is multi-station rotary tablet process. Mostly multi-station rotary tablet process are available in industrial area or large scale for large scale production. Next is quality control equipment. Quality control equipments, there are different quality control tests are available for tablet doses form after the compression of tablets, like disintegration, dissolution test, friability test, tablet thickness, content uniformity. So for all the quality control tests, they have their separated, or they have individual equipment. For disintegration, there is a disintegration equipments are available. For dissolution test, dissolution testers are available. Dissolution tester, according to IP it is different, according to USP it is different in nature. And next is hardness tester for to check the hardness of that particular tablet. Tablet thickness tester, tablet friability test. This is the first diagram, it is the friability tester, and second diagram is of disintegration equipment. Next is coating and polishing machines for coated tablets. So after the compression of tablet. If need to mask the bitterness of tablet or to provide some elegant product, we perform the coating or polishing of that particular tablet. So for that process there are different machines are available for coated tablets. First one is a standard coating pen, second is perforated pen, third one is fluidized bed pen, next is suspension coating system pen. The pen, coating pen, it is round in the coating pen, the diagram, it is a standard coating pen which is made up of metal. Next is a packaging machine. The packaging machine is a blister packing, strip packing machine, aluminum foil packaging machines are available. Next is procedure for tablet manufacturing. There are different procedure or different steps involved in the tablet manufacturing. First one is dispensing. First of all, the each of ingredients used in the tablet formulation or used in tablet formula is weighed properly and accurately dispensed as per dose. This is the most critical step in any type of formulation process and should be done under technical supervision. Whenever we perform any formulation, so we need to weigh all the ingredients accurately or properly, but it is done under the technical supervision. As we know, earlier I said there are different personnels are different personnel's requirement during the manufacturing of pharmaceutical tablets. So dispensing should be done under the technical supervision. Next is seizing. The seizing process, it is required. It is very important step for size reduction of that particular ingredients before tablet manufacturing. This step makes easy of compression. So size reduction process there are different size reduction equipments are available. Different methods are available like milling, crushing, grinding, pulverization. It is also an important step. Next is powder blending. Powder blending, after the seizing, powder are mixed using a suitable blender to obtain the homogeneous and uniform powder mix. The drug substances and excipients are mixed in geometric dilution. Next is granulation. Granulation, here small powder particles are gathered together into layers and permanent aggregates to render them into free flowing state. So after the powder blending, we perform the granulation step. Here small powder particles are gathered together to form granules or gathered together into layers. Next is drying and dry screening. After the granulation, and screening is performed for wet granules. They need to be dried for a particular time period in either tray dryer or fluidized bed dryer at controlled temperature not exceeding 550 degrees Celsius. So dry granules are then screened through the appropriate mesh screen size. Next is tablet compression. After the drying screening, tablet compression are performed. This step involves the compression of granules into a flat, convex, round, oblong or unique shaped scored or unscored tablet engraved with an identifying symbol or code number using tablet press. Tablet compression step which involves the compression of granules into that particular tablet press. If you need to compress a biconvex or convex shaped tablet, so the tablet press shape is also convex, like paracetamol, it is flat round shape. So for every tablet there are different tablet press are available. Next is coating. After the tablet compression, if there is any need to mask the unpleasant taste or odor, so we perform the coating. This step performed to increase the aesthetic appeal of uncoated tablet as well as to modify the release or control the release of drug substances from tablet. Next is, there are three commonly manufactured the tablets are commonly manufactured by three methods. First one is dry granulation, second one is wet granulation, and third one is direct compression method. So first one is wet granulation method, most widely method used for compression of tablet, for the production of compressed tablet. So it is essentially a process of size enlargement involving several steps and the use of an adhesive substance known as binder. So whenever we perform the wet granulation, after the size and after the size reduction, we use an adhesive substances, or it is also known as binders. Okay, the granules produced using the method of granulations has a greater probability of meeting all the physical requirements for tablet formulation. There are methods. First step is weighing all the ingredients. After weighing, milling and then mixing of all the ingredients or active pharmaceutical ingredients with powder excipient, okay, excluding the lubricants. After mixing, we prepare a binder solution. Then after preparation of binder solution, we add or we mix that binder solution with powder to form a damp mass. Whenever once damp mass is prepared, screening that dampened powder into pellets or granules, and then we pass it through a different mesh size screening like 6 to 12 mesh screen size for wet granulation method. After screening, we need to dry that moist granules. So after drying of granulation, mixing all the lubricants and disintegrants, and after that compression of granules into the tablets. These are the diagram. First one is here the drug or the ingredients are added or grind. After the grinding, we blend it together to mix it together. After the mixing, there some liquid or binders are added. After the added, we prepare a damp mass. After then damp mass is seized different at 6 to 12 mesh screen sizes to form a pellets or form a granules. Then drying all the granules. After drying, again screening all the granules, then blend it again. After the blending, we add some lubricant or disintegrants, or after adding disintegrants, we compress into a tablet press. Okay, so these are the diagrammatic scheme for wet granulation method. Next is dry granulation. The formation of granules by compacting powder into large pieces or compact, which are subsequently broken down or seized into granules, often referred to as dry granulation, double compression or pre-compression. It is a possible granulation method which, however, is not widely used in the manufacture of tablet. Whenever we perform the dry granulation, there are different steps are available. Steps are present in the method. First of all, weighing all the ingredients, then milling the formulation ingredients. After milling, mixing the milled powder, there are no need to add any binder. Okay, after mixing, directly compression of mixed powder into slug. After preparing the slug, again milling and sieving the slug, then we will add some disintegrant and lubricant and mix it properly. After mixing, the tablets are compressed into tablet press. So these are the diagrammatic process of dry granulation. Next is direct compression. Direct compression method, it involves the direct compression of powder material into tablets without modifying the physical nature of material itself. Direct compression avoid many of the problems associated with wet and dry granulation. So direct compression method are mostly actually it involves the direct compression method which avoids various problems which are associated with wet granulation or sometimes dry granulation method. So we can use direct compression method, and it is in the successful example application of direct compression method are first one is the availability of a suitable excipient and the availability of suitable machinery. So next topic we will discuss in next lecture.